Get you laughing already.
Oh no, here it is. Hello everybody. How are you doing this evening? We've got Tree Haven coming up soon. But first, let's introduce 12 Stones Ranch. Byron is my co-host for the evening. So we got Backwoods Freedom is in the house, and Lindsay Scott already. Belinda Edwards, Paul Honeyman, and Drew Lens, and MTN Grandma. That's a new one to me. That must. Oh, okay.
That's Mountain Grandma? Yeah.
Mountain Grandma? She's a grandma. Is she the one you go to the mountains for?
Then we got Lindsay in
Over
here
the
too.
river and through the woods to Grandma's house you'd go. 12 Stones Ranch is in here. And Simply Jan Homestead. There you go.
Got Old Man King Homestead.
So we're going to be bringing in some people tonight. And like I said, 12 Stones is going to be a constant. He'll be here the whole time. And he'll be helping me moderate and talk to these people that are coming in. And I think we should just get right into it because I don't know how many people are going to want to come in. I've asked a bunch of people. I hope I didn't overdo it. And we're going to bring in Tree Haven first because he was already here. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
You're on the air. Are you sure?
Look, I'm on the air right there.
Just floating?
I'm on the air. I'm in the air, guys. Look at me. What's going on, everyone? I'm looking here at the chat too on my phone.
We got
Boom.
Tim
Got you on the chat, man, right here.
Old Man King Homestead is in here too, and Petty Jean River Homestead.
What's up, guys? What's up, Drew? What do y'all want to talk about?
So what did you get to do today, Tree Haven?
I worked on a little project that is a secret project that is going to be a new reveal for us out on Sweet 16. And I'm super excited about that. But yeah, that's what I worked on all day long today. So I cannot tell you exactly what it is.
So before we forget to say so, you're going to be my special guest next week.
That's right, man. That's right. We better be entertaining right now, so it's going to make people want to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they won't come back next week.
I need to do something drastic here in a minute. So what about you guys, man? What did y'all do today?
I put up 10 different mini blinds on the windows, and after yesterday I screwed it up and I put the brackets all on, and I thought I'm going to do this in a assembly line fashion. So I did all the windows with all the brackets, and then I found out the brackets were in the wrong place. So I had to take them all down because in the other, the ones I have right here behind the computer, I put the brackets right underneath where the strings come down. So I just assumed I could do that with the other ones, and that's where the mechanism is. So
that sucks, man, when you had to take them all back down and then put them all back up, turn them around or whatever.
Yep. So the way we're going to do this tonight, I mean, depending on how fast people come in, or because I've never done this before, I've seen it done. I'm going to try to have one person on at a time.
Okay.
So we don't have a lot of over talk on people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I just wanted to say that because I didn't say it in the beginning when we first came on. Let's see. So, what's going on at the 16? At the Sweet 16?
At the Sweet 16, man, we got a lot of things going on. I don't know if anybody watched any of my Sawmill videos, but I'm glad I got that over with finally. Kind of did that in like a 3-part series, and just putting it together, assembling that was a big part of my life at that time, and I'm glad I filmed it, but I'm glad it's over with too. And I got another video coming out Friday, kind of cutting up the first log, and of course making a big deal about all that. And then what else we got going? We got the new reveal coming up in about 2 weeks, for something we got for the Sweet 16. So that's going to be fun, and it's going to start off some new projects. We're gonna excuse me. We're gonna start building a tool shed. I announced that on the live the other day. I did. Um, kind of over by where we're building the hodgepodge house, just to have a place to put tools and stuff while I'm building the house. And so that's going to be the next thing that I build.
I'm looking forward to seeing that, because you're collecting a lot of reclaimed stuff, like windows from a house that was
Right.
going to be demolished. And
Right. I've got a lot of that stuff, and that's what I'm going to build the tool shed with. And then we'll start using reclaimed material on the hodgepodge house. And in the meantime, I'm also cutting up a lot of logs and getting a lot of lumber for that project as well, while I'm kind of doing everything else.
What kind of foundation are you going to use?
We're going to go with concrete.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
just make sure
we're just gonna do like post and pier, if that's more technical, the answer you're looking for, because we do have slope where we're building everything. So probably on the hodgepodge house we're going to have about 3 feet of elevation from front to back, and then we'll just set piers and build off of that.
That's awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing that. That's for sure.
So you're talking about
a lot of your videos,
the lumber mill earlier. So did you injure yourself doing that? What happened there?
No, no, I didn't injure myself doing anything with the sawmill. I injured myself unloading my 16-foot trailer. Do you remember? I think you were on the live, Byron, whenever I was getting a lot of this stuff out of that last house, and the doors and the windows and things like that. I got a cast iron sink out of that house, and it's really big and it's really, really heavy. And I had to pull it up out of the trailer, and because I was offloading the trailer because I needed it for work. So I was taking that and I was going to set it on a pallet. And whenever I bent over like to set it on the pallet, I'm kind of swinging like that, and I set my foot down on the pallet, and I was going to try to just gently set it down in the middle of the pallet, and my foot broke through the pallet, like the board that my foot was on like busted, because all the weight and everything. And then when it did, it pulled my hamstring. But it's it hurt really bad for a couple weeks, but it's better now, so it's all better. But yeah, that sucked bad. But that's really other than just being sore pretty much all the time, every time I work out there, it's just aches and pains. But that's pretty much the first injury I've had working out there.
And you happen to have Belinda and Chuck on that day. They just got there after it happened.
No, it wasn't Belinda and Chuck. It was Neil and Beth from Treasure Hunter.
Oh,
yeah. I'm
sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I didn't know if they were watching. Too. Yeah, I didn't know if they were on here or not. I just wanted to say that. But we had an awesome time with Neil and Beth. Man, they came up, and I whenever I'm clearing land, and is it blurry? Did it get blurry on your end?
Autofocus. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyways, whenever we're clearing out like the logging road and just cleaning up back there where we're cutting trees and stuff, we cut down a lot of hickory saplings. So I always save those as I cut them down and give them away for people if they want hiking sticks or whatever. So.
Well, that's awesome, Tree Haven. We got Back Road Freedom coming in here, and
okay.
Next week Tree Haven's going to be on, so everybody be in there.
Yep. Y'all come back and watch, man.
The moderators will leave his link in there. I'm sure there's some people in here that might not know who Tree Haven is.
Yeah, and thanks for watching the videos and everything. And I do have video coming out on Friday. And also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yes.
And I hope everybody has a great holiday and stuff like that. But I'll get out of here and let somebody else take over, man. You guys have a good evening. Thanks
See,
for
guys,
having
it was
me.
fun
Thank
having you on
you very
here.
much
Bye,
for
Byron. Good to see you, man.
Tree Haven.
All right. Bye, Brian.
You have a good one.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Drop his link here. Way people, you guys can check out Tree Haven on his YouTube channel.
All right, then we might as well get I hope this is the way you do this, but okay. We're just going to bring Back Road Freedom in here now. Are you ready?
Right.
There he is.
What's going on? I didn't know if there was anybody else ahead of me. So I was like, just hang out and go to the basement. How
You're-
y'all doing?
At least the basement's warm, right? It's not cold.
Hey, it's not too bad.
Nice and cozy.
Not too bad. It's been nice and cozy and a little drink here.
Yeah. So what did you get to do today? You didn't have to work today, did you?
I did have to work today.
Oh, was it short?
Yeah, I got off at 1 o'clock.
Oh.
I normally get off at 5 p.m. But yeah, we got off at 1 to let us off early.
And you got the rest of the weekend off?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. Go back to work on Monday morning, bright and early.
So you got, I see you got your shirt back there.
Oh,
Why don't you tell everybody your story about your shirt?
what, this one?
Mm-hmm.
After you're like, hey, it's a little low and too big.
That's what
So
you
I bought this shirt and I bought another shirt, charcoal. It's gonna be the same thing. It's messed up. So I wish Brian said something before I do this, but we didn't know, right? So I'm trying to get shirts going and see how it is, right?
Well, I only said that because the way I did my logo, I regret the way I did mine, and I didn't want you to make that same mistake.
I regret the way I did mine.
Mm.
But it should be smaller. I don't know if I sent you. You look funny when you did that. I'm seeing now on the TV screen. You were like, "What are you doing, bro?"
Is it that delayed?
Yeah, on the TV it is. But I need to stop looking at it. I don't care. I'm here now. So mine is the same way. I figured it needs to be lifted and just a tad smaller, and it should be perfect. I'm gonna order like 2 shirts, the same. I do like military or the olive OD green and the charcoal green, or not charcoal, and see if it's any better. It's a little bit smaller, raised up a little bit more, and if it's good the way I like it, and apparently I'm gonna have you look at it and you be like, yeah, it's good, then I will be like, all right, I'm gonna make a video on it and I'll post it. I'll do giveaways. I'll have the link to the store and all that stuff. We'll see.
That's one thing with making t-shirts in general or logos. It's a trial and error type of thing. You try it, see if you like it. If it works out, great. If not, you got to redesign it and change it.
Well, yours turned out good right off the bat. 12 stones.
Yeah, that's the look of the draw. It doesn't always turn out that way.
They centered it, and it wasn't too big. And
I got a
little tiny t-shirt. So.
And does the shirts you have, are they really pretty much true to size? Or are they smaller or what?
Yeah, they're pretty much true to size. I would say that they're a little bit longer though, like width-wise and all that works great. Just a little bit longer. It's almost like it's ready to like shrink just a little bit, I think is what you'd say. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm hearing a little bit of echo. Do you have your volume up on your TV?
No, my TV is actually muted.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
What about now? Do you hear it now?
No, you're good.
Are you sure? Let's try it again.
I don't know. I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything? Okay, cool.
So what do you do on your channel?
On my computer, even though I'm muted on the actual YouTube. Maybe I just had my volume up.
Could be.
So
and then you might hear freaking neighbors upstairs too, the little walking around too.
You're good. We can't hear that.
All
What were you going to say, Brian?
Now, I know that you're in between the way you want to do your channel and stuff. So why don't you explain that a little bit to the people who are listening or might not know, because where you used to live and
okay. on my channel, most of my stuff was the fishing, the hiking, the camping, all that kind of stuff. I was in Kansas and I was more in the country, small town. It was easy access just to go out and fish, whatever. I love to drive the back roads and just find like a little creek, come across the creek, just see what's in it, right? Now I moved back to Texas. I live on the northern edge of San Antonio, and it's a little bit more difficult now. So my videos, a lot of my true content, the way my channel is supposed to be, was a couple of years ago and beyond. You know, it was when I lived in Kansas, and now I'm trying to get back to the fishing, the hiking, and the camping. It's just more difficult because with the state park and everything, you got to have a state park pass, which is the same thing as if I was up in Kansas, but you have to have reservations in the area I'm in, like all these little state parks. And you're like, what the hell? Because I guess there's so many freaking people. It's annoying as hell. And some of these places where I'd want to just drive around some back roads, whatever, I might, like I used to do when I was back in Kansas, I'd have to drive a couple hours just to enjoy myself, feel at one with nature and stuff, away from all the BS with, you know, the city.
What's your favorite part about like camping or hiking? Is there a certain aspect you enjoy more?
Just being outdoors, away from everybody else.
There you go.
I like just me, you know what I mean? Like the quietness, the animals. I love the animals, just nature in general. Everything is just one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I first came across your channel and I was looking at your content, there was one of your videos to where you were kind of doing kind of like a review. It was over a camp stove that does both propane and
the gas one.
Yeah.
Which they no longer even carry that one anymore.
Right. They have I think close to the same thing, but different model. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So 2 different fuels. That's pretty convenient.
I like the dual because if you use the butane, it doesn't do good in cold weather, but the propane will. It will
right,
continue.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I wanted to get like a dual fuel stove, which I can switch off back and forth. So, you know, just depending on the weather and just the circumstance, situations that I'm in. But yeah, I do like that one. That was a good video. Was that when I was testing it? Was that when I was doing spam?
I don't remember. I don't think you had any food on that one. It was more of just a review of what it was.
I remember I did something with my son too when he was
like 2-3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I did another cooking video, I guess then, and we cooked some spam up. Of course, I burned the crap out of it.
Hey, well, my son, extra for that part, right?
He's like, it's good, Dad. Whatever. I was like, cool, whatever.
Gives it a little extra crunch.
Yeah, we had good times. But yeah, I remember that stove, and I still use it when I go camping sometimes. I do have that new Soto stove that I'll be using. It's a little small backpacking stove.
Yeah,
I will be using that when I go camping again. And I feel bad. I'm sorry to all my subscribers if they ever do see this. I said I'd go camping once a month. From July, I go camping once a month. I was with my son, and I said, I'm going to go camping. He was with me. And I'm like, you know what, son? Screw it, guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for my family, my friends, my subscribers, you, son, so you can see me. I'm going camping once a month, every month. And since July, I have not done it once. So
next question would be is when do you think you're going to? Are you going to plan out 1 year soon, or you know wait till it kind of warms up here? Because
I'll still go when it's cold. I don't care if it's 18 degrees or not. I hammock camped when it was 18 degrees out.
Sure.
20, 21 degrees. I've tent camped, whatever. I'll still go out no matter what. What sucks is I didn't know I was going to move to Texas so soon. I always wanted to move back to Texas, and I finally did. You know, I have a 25 below zero, sleeping bag, and I went out and slept when it was like 21, 25 degrees, and I was like, good. You know what I mean? Like I was still hot.
Yep. If you have the right gear, it's fine, right?
Yeah. So if we ever come to a certain circumstances, if it comes to what they had a couple of years ago, that winter, no electricity. It was below zero, blah, blah, blah. I'll do some jump jacks, jump in that sling bag. I'm good to go.
Justin.
Yes.
That's
hello, NT Homestead. Hello, Terry and Mike.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, Justin. We already got Belt Loop is coming up next, and you have a good Thanksgiving.
Thanks for having me. Y'all have
you
later. See you, Justin. Take it easy.
Take care, brother.
Bye now. Bye. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Belt. What's up? What's up, y'all?
Hey, how are you doing, Gary?
I'm doing well, Byron. I'm excited about
getting a little bit of echo there.
Well, I don't know why I muted and paused the YouTube. I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Which is well, thank you. Hey, I'm excited about coming on and talking with you guys. You know, I've watched y'all quite a bit, but you know, more so Brian than Byron. Sorry about that, but
all good.
You know, I just enjoy coming on and watching, you know, his interviews and what have you. That's really cool. And
that's
so,
all about getting to know each other. For some of the people who don't know who you are, why don't you tell a little bit about your channel?
Okay, it's that's a good question. I'm a little bit psychotic, I guess, when it comes to my channel because I do a little bit of everything. I do a lot of live streams. I do a lot of shorts. I do some standard videos, I reckon. I do some gardening, some cooking, some, you know, stuff about my dogs and what have you. It's, you know, I don't know. It's mostly trash, but, you know, I don't do very good videos. I try, but, you know, it's just what it is. I really like, though, you know, trying to holler out and help other folks. So
I was just going to say that if people don't know who Belt Loop is here, he's a very big supporter of just the whole community in general. So if you're out there and you have a YouTube channel, most likely he's there and he's supporting you. So that's the really cool thing about Gary here.
Well, he shouted me out the other day and put my thank you video up, and I thought, wow, that was pretty cool. I wish I had seen it live when you did it, but you go on late. I mean, you come on at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
We do live streams. Me and Devil Dog do live streams at midnight Central Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do live streams earlier than that on Saturdays. He's got one at 7 o'clock, and I've got one following him at 8:30. And then I've got a shout out thing that I do Sunday mornings or Sunday at noon, I guess. But you know, it's like I said, I'm a little bit scatterbrained when it comes to a lot of it. I'm always just trying to help somebody do one thing or another. And, you know, there's a lot of great channels out there. It's one of the, and I'm fired up about this new format that you're using. I hadn't seen it before. And that's pretty cool. I mean, me and Devil, I've always, you know, done a lot of co-hosting and that type of thing. And, but it's different the way you're doing it, bringing up one at a time. And that's very unique, very creative. And
well,
I don't think I've
had it that way because the over talking of people. I see these other lives where they have 6 and well, 6 is usually the most you can have. And I can't hear any of them saying anything because they're all talking. And the overlap, it's not even if they aren't over talking each other, there's a delay and it does it automatically. So I think keeping it to my host and one guest, and we'll see how this goes. I mean, this is trial and error. And
well, I'm excited.
Well,
it looks like you got some unique things going on.
I will primarily be doing, you know, single guests like I have been all along, but once in a while I'd like to do this and bring in some of the people that I've already had as guests and have them be my co-hosts, such as 12 Stones is right now.
Wow. Hey, you know, I just wanted to come up and say, hey, I don't think I've had a chance to talk to y'all face to face, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Hey, I look up to you guys, and and I hope y'all have a wonderful Halloween. Not Halloween, we already had that. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be blessed about. I know that some folks ain't quite as fortunate. I know 3 or 4 people, just off the top of my head. One of our community passed away about 3 days ago. Another one, his son passed away 2 days ago, and yesterday one of them, his brother passed away. And then I found out today that somebody's daughter is missing. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and try to remember other folks that are out there struggling right now emotionally. And I think it's an opportunity to learn something, and that we can all go through and try to show one another how we care about them, and just to make a difference in somebody's life. But sorry for taking up so much y'all's time.
No,
I just wanted to hop on and say,
timing's good. We're doing great. You're doing fine.
Thank you for being up here, Gary.
Sorry to
Appreciate
hear of your losses. That's terrible, and you'll be in my thought. And the others.
Well, I appreciate that. It's
thank you for
in fact
community. I see that you post in the community tab other people's channels, and that's great. And I want to thank you for coming on. And looks like we've got Backwoods Mindset coming in.
Y'all have a good one.
Great.
You too. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, it's not Maddie.
Nope.
Buck?
It's Buck.
It's Buck.
Maddie's not here. I was sleeping in his bed. And
Man. Buck, I gotta tell you something.
Was going on. Grab me some bolognas.
Oh, I gotta tell you something. I went to the grocery store, and they were out of hot dogs.
What?
I couldn't find them anywhere.
No way. How was they out of hot dogs, though?
They told me that some guy named Buck came by and just bought everything. Is that
in
true?
Texas?
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't remember that. Tell you what.
So what happened to your old hat, Buck?
Took that troll witch, drilled into the fire,
Troll
burned
witch?
it up.
Does this troll witch have a name?
Yeah, message back was, I'll tell you what. I saw it on the video, okay? They took it, bang, right up. Oh, it gone.
Man.
Now you're eating a bologna roll?
That's what you do.
Because you don't have the hot dogs, you have to eat bologna, which is basically the same thing.
I woke up, watched some Jerry Springer, made some Kool-Aid, got my bologna, worked on some of my taxidermy. If you didn't know, that's what Buck's doing now. That's why I didn't do a video this week, because I was doing some taxidermy. This is what I'm working on right now.
Okay.
I think you did it wrong. I think you're supposed to keep the hide.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to look like that.
I thought it looked pretty cool, though. See,
You see those jackalopes up there?
Look at this. I don't know. This is some kind of pigeon.
Looks like it's kind of pigeon-toed, and it happened the whole rest of the body, too.
Probably, bro.
I don't know. I ate all the meat, though. Can't let anything go to waste. Know what I mean?
That's for sure.
Shoot. I like that vest you got on there, though.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
It's nice. Did you get that at J.C. Penney's?
I did, but I wanted to, but I couldn't find a whole penny. So I went with half a penny and went to Goodwill.
That's what happened. I tell you what. Goodwill said get some stuff there. That's why I buy my underpants.
Yep, gotta do it.
Fresh underpants every week at the Goodwill.
Yep.
Salvation Army, too.
I've heard it's better like that.
You just got to find the ones without the stains.
That's for sure. You don't want it to have stripes on it.
No stripes.
No
Don't
stripes.
want to look like a zebra.
Yeah. No.
Especially when you're in public.
You don't need any camo there.
No camo.
No camouflage.
So do you think when you move, do you think Maddie's gonna let you come with?
Of course he is. He doesn't have no choices.
Are you sure?
Yo, I just go wherever he goes.
You're gonna be a squatter, huh?
I'm attached to his hip.
So how is living off grid right now? I mean, these cold winter months.
I'm not off grid. I've been staying in his house. He just doesn't know it.
Oh, okay. It's
I
probably
took
better
the
that
late
way.
shift at the Taco Bell. So I'm home when he's not, and then I leave before he gets home.
I'm sure some of his dogs probably help you in and show you where all the good food is.
They're right here, right now.
Knew it. There's Paisley.
This is Paisley. She a good girl.
That's a beautiful dog.
Ringo's over here. Come over here, boy.
I've never met a pit bull that I didn't like.
That's what everybody says.
Man.
Well, they're so sweet and loving. I mean, they just want to. All they want is attention and hugs. And
I'm sure they show you where all the good food is.
I would
So
do
long
that
as they can
one.
have halvesy.
You know what? I share hot dogs with them, bolognas, whatever there is.
Yeah.
Sometimes we eat ramen out of the bowls on the floor.
Oh,
We do that.
it's a good occasion. Good bonding
It is.
moment, I'm sure.
It is. Yep. I get down there all fours. Just get my face down in the bowl, get as much of that ramen as I can up before they try to take the rest of it.
And then you can use your beard to clean off any of the leftover crumbs that are on the floor.
And then you got leftovers.
Exactly.
This is my leftover catcher.
Exactly. Just in case
Brian's
any of the
got
people
one of
didn't
those
know
too.
that.
what's that?
That's right.
You got one of those leftover catchers too, though.
Yeah, I always keep my balonies up underneath.
But the only thing is, yours is like
I ate
you
it
got
all.
that Santa Claus beard, and so you can see all the food particles in it.
That's right. Sandy
My-
Clauser.
Mine's camouflage.
I have to be extra careful. You can hide your balonies a lot easier than I can.
I
'Cause it
can.
would-
You can just get them. I would show here.
I have to chunk of bologna in there. You'll see it.
Now this is the expensive bologna. As you can see, it costed me $7.02. That's
You got
like
the
a
good
whole
stuff.
30 minutes of working at the Taco Bell, okay?
Oh,
But see, look at this. Can you see the bologna? You cannot see it.
Wow.
Now I got a piece of bologna.
Wow.
you can pull it right
It's
How
out
about
of
that?
It's amazing. So if anybody, I just want to put this out here while I'm on here. If anybody's interested in Buck doing some taxidermy, I'm getting good. Okay. Look, there's nothing on that, all bone.
There you go.
Let me have a second here to tell people it was intended for people to come into this live. The link is in the top of the chat. It should be pinned there still.
Yeah, it's pinned up to the top of the chat. So if any of you want to come in and say hello really quick and tell us about yourself and your channel, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
So for Thanksgiving, you've got this premium bolognese. Are you going to do premium spams too, or what do you think you're going to do next?
No, we're doing turkey.
turkey.
Yeah, we got to eat the turkeys, okay?
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
smoked?
Rebecca.
Fried?
I don't do it like Martha Stewart does. I don't go and take the turkey out myself, okay? I
Okay.
do go buy it at the grocer, okay? Get me a 17-pounder or 20-pounder.
Okay, listen. Full Bone Country, Pretty and Pooch are coming in, but I want you to stay for just a little bit of an overlap on that, and then you can let them have their time.
Wait, hold up. Let me ask. I'm a little nervous, okay? Because I know this Pooch knows this Roscoe the regulator guy.
I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, Roscoe the regulator, he's out running around the county right now.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's good. I didn't want to have to show him up on the YouTubes.
He's a frightening character.
He is. Roscoe is kind of scary, but his shirts aren't as cool as Buck's shirts. Master of Mayhems. Okay,
Yeah, right? Hey, but Roscoe the regulator's legit.
he is.
Yeah,
He
he's legit. He's definitely badged up legitimately from Lincoln County.
Lincoln County, named
Yeah.
after the president.
Has he gotten
Yeah.
stuck at the pin yet, though? That's the big question. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's you know, he's kind of been on the hunt for Buck, and he brought that wanted sign in and showed it to me one day and wanted to know if I knew who Buckshot Creek Jump was, and I was like, well, yeah. Why you ask? And he's looking for Buck. That's all I know.
Shoot. You know what? I tell him, come on up to Ohio. I'll get a big swimming pool. We'll fill it with jellos, and then we'll wrestle it out.
Right.
Yeah, aren't you part of some wrestling federation?
Yeah, well, we're working on that right now.
Okay.
I think we're going with I think we're going to use Maddie's name, Backwards Mindset Wrestling Federation, possibly, or we might come up with another cool name. Who knows? Maybe we'll wrestle for it.
Next question would be: is what flavor is the Jello?
Orange.
Not hot dog flavored?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Orange. Orange is the only kind of Jello that should ever be eaten. Okay.
Yeah.
How about peach?
Peach? I didn't know that they made a peach Jello.
Yeah,
Now I was
peach.
confused
No.
and hurt because nobody ever told me this before. You learn something new every day, though.
That's right. That we do.
So, Pretty and Pooch, tell us where you went. Where are you? You're
We're
not
still
in your
there.
typical place.
Yep. We're still
My sister's house.
at her sister's house.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I just wanted to hop on and say happy Thanksgiving. Mike was going to hang in there. I'm going to go hang back out with the family, but I just wanted to say hey and wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. And Byron, I'm so excited that you and Tristan are going to be meeting up on Sunday. That's so cool.
I heard about that in your live. Well, it wasn't your live. It was pre-recorded, but I watched it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it didn't come up as fast as it was supposed to. Because I had it set to premiere, and for some reason it uploaded, but it didn't process. So I had to turn around and upload the video again. It's just a normal video.
We've all been there.
Oh yeah, I was a little bent out of shape, but because Pretty and I worked hard on that video.
The dark holes of the YouTubes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm going to go get some dessert.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. What kind of desserts are we talking here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of it in there.
There's so much. It's ridiculous.
How many
Okay,
people?
just keep rubbing it in.
There's probably 20 people here. 25, including kids.
How come Book wasn't invited?
Man, everybody's always welcome.
I could have rode my bicycle down
Yep.
cross country.
Bye, Pretty.
She says, yeah, she's going back in there, but I'll sit here a minute with you guys and see what's going on. And I know Justin with Back Road Freedom was on a little bit ago. And I appreciate him stepping in and filling the void because that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it too.
Yeah. But at least we got it up, and a lot of things changing here in the next few days because you know what happens after Thanksgiving. Then you got to get ready for Christmas. And I already know Pretty is all excited about getting our tree and decorations up. So, Pooch will probably be dragging stuff out of the shop into the house.
Maddie already did the tree. He did a whole video on it and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw that. And that's why I thought, well, wouldn't hurt for Pretty and Pooch to record their putting up of their trees and decorations.
There you go.
Is it going to be as funny as you carving a pumpkin?
Probably not, but
two trees and have a competition.
Yeah, you should have seen me carving the turkey a little bit ago. I was kind of like Buck on the taxidermy.
Hey,
oh my God!
You still got all your digits?
And you didn't get that on tape? You didn't get that recorded?
Now, as soon as I walked in the door, Nana says, "Mike, I need you to come over here and get the carving on the turkey." I assumed the role. There was another person that used to do it, but unfortunately, that was her husband, Todd. Unfortunately, he passed away this past year, unexpectedly. So I guess Pooch was nominated to take the role.
I bet you did good.
Oh, I did good. Did good. Led the family in prayer. A little tearful for all, but it was good. Okay, Sonny. Let's see. She just walked out. But yeah, a man's always got to step up and take care of responsibilities.
Yep.
Especially when turkey's involved.
Hey, that's what Buck does when Maddie's not around. I'm always stepping up.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big turkey fan, really, but
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
Hey,
But I went to Kroger today to try to find a ham because Pretty knows I don't like turkey really, and there wasn't a ham to be found. So I guess I'll probably be. Now, before I left the house, I did see a pack of weenies in the fridge, so that may be my Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow.
You're gonna have to roast a bologna loaf or something.
Yeah. Hey, a hot dog wrap.
Hey, it's not called a loaf; it's called a log, a bologna log.
Yeah, and I bet that bologna log, or that log wrapped in bologna is probably pretty good.
Is it ever not good?
Heck no, boy! I love it.
That's what I was talking about. See,
it's gotta have cheese though.
You could put the little slits in it so it looks like a ham.
You could do that,
and you could put some pineapple on it.
Make it look spiral.
Honey glazed bologna.
I could coat it in honey and sprinkle some brown sugar on top of it too.
Yep,
and it'll be just right.
Fancy.
That was my nickname in college. Brown sugar and honey. And they also called me a pig. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Man, I missed some of the other. I got to break in long enough on MT Homestead just to say hey. And then I knew Brian Vineyard was going live, and I chatted with him earlier, and he requested that Pretty and Pooch at least jump in while we could. So I had to keep my promise.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Oh, yes, sir.
Fun.
Book's going to take off here, though, because I got to go use the toilet outside.
Oh. Make sure that you make a good tree, though. You need to have your own tree. Don't let Matt take all the glory with his own tree. Come on.
Well, we only got that one tree on the 0.116, so
okay.
It is what it is. But
maybe you can make one out of hot dogs.
Hey, we might even be cutting that tree down soon. I don't know. We got to start working on my cabin.
Well, Buck, put all harsh feelings aside. Go in there and give Maddie a good handshake from Pooch, and even grab a hold of Amanda and give her a hug.
Okay, I'll do that, but I'm going to spit in my hands first. Okay.
And those two kids of yours, Aiden and Darcy.
Yep, we'll see about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Love you guys.
All
Love
right.
you
too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Maddie, for coming in. Or Buck. I get them two mixed up. They kind of look alike, don't you think?
They kind of do.
Somewhat, yeah. I think
They're cousins.
I think that's where Roscoe the regulator was a little confused, because I have a picture of Buck on my wall, but he had that wanted sign. Well, I have a picture of Maddie on the wall, and then he had that wanted poster for Buck. I was like, oh, heck. One of them's backwoods mindset, and the other one's buckshot creek jump.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the hat, the remnants. I saw the remnants.
Mm-hmm. But, oh, yeah.
Somebody popped into the green room that I think a lot of people are going to want to see, because I don't know that a lot of them have ever seen him. But they all know him.
We all know him, don't know who it is.
We all know him. He's in all our lives, but some of us haven't ever seen him.
Is it John Wiggs?
No.
Oh,
you can't see it either, Byron, can you?
I know who it is, though.
How do you know? Oh, because he said something?
No.
You just know by what I said.
Yep.
I wonder who.
Well,
No,
you'll know right away. At first, because I haven't seen too much of what he looks like, and then I saw that and it said what it says, and I'm like, really?
Well, break him in.
Well, we're going to. We'll overlap you for a couple minutes, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to cut out.
Because
I'm
you're
gonna cut out of here
going to want to meet him too.
Okay, yeah, but I'll cut out of here shortly afterwards so I can go back in there with the group.
That's good. That'll be great.
Yeah, because you got family there.
Here we go. You didn't guess it, so here he is.
Oh, Honeyman. Yep.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Paul.
How's it going here, Pooch? I'd be cutting out if there was free food available anyway.
Well, there's plenty of it here. There's a lot of it, actually. And
Yes,
welcome.
unlike you lot, we don't celebrate any Thanksgivings.
You know?
No.
Huh.
Haven't you heard the English are never grateful?
Bull crap. No way. Well, I'm glad you're in here. I've actually seen you before, but I don't remember where it was, but I did. You were on somebody's live one time.
I've been on a couple, but not too many.
Yeah.
The first one I did, I used to go on there every week, was Lazy Acres.
Well, I was going to say Lazy Days with Jesse, but
I've been on there.
okay, that's probably where I've seen you.
Oh, you have seen him before. He's been at when I had At Home with Tom and Rhonda on, he came in on a phone call, but that's the only time I've ever heard his voice or anything.
Well,
Yeah.
Brian asked me earlier on to come on, so here I am.
Yeah. So what time is it there for you?
I'm glad you're in here, Paul.
Thanks very much. And I hope all you Americans have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, sir, and Brian and Byron. Y'all both do the same. Have a good Thanksgiving. And I'll step aside and let Paul have his run of it. And appreciate you guys, and we'll talk and see you guys again soon.
Thank you so much.
Stay safe, Pooch.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Pretty. You guys
Yes,
have
sir.
a great rest of your Thanksgiving together with your family.
Well, I hope y'all do the same tomorrow, and thank you guys.
So you said it was what time there?
It's 10 to 4 in the morning.
I'm surprised at how clear it is. You would think with that kind of distance there would be an overlap or something, wouldn't you?
No, I rarely get overlap.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
You mean latency is what you mean, right?
What's that?
Yeah,
Latency.
delayed.
Yeah, it's a little bit of latency, but not too much.
How late do you normally stay up every night?
I usually go to bed about 4:30 in the morning. I'm up again at 8 o'clock.
That's crazy. That's worse than I do it. I try to get 6 hours of sleep.
The last 3 months have been tough because I've got a rail line going past the house, and they've been doing some modifications to it, and it's not due to stop until the second week in December, and it's going on 24 hours a day.
Simply Jan, if you're still there, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. If you're still there, you can come into the live in a little while. Yeah.
So long as it's simply Jan, because if Loose Fawcett comes in, I'm running.
I am too.
Yeah, she kind of. I met that Loose Fawcett at a shoot thing, and she kind of weirded me out a little bit.
I wanted to go to Shoot Tang until I seen she was here. I
Oh,
was glad I didn't.
that would have been quite the hike to come over and then have her there.
Oh yeah, you'd have found my body in the Appalachian Mountains.
Or the trunk of a car.
No, I'm too big for a trunk of a car, and I know you've got some big trunks. You'd need a truck to put me in.
So what's the temperatures like where you are?
Well, I've got my heating on at the minute, so it's not too bad. But
No.
Outside at the minute, it's 1.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 1 degree Celsius outside.
1 degree Celsius. That's 32 is 0 degrees Celsius, right? Isn't
I
it?
have no idea.
I think it is. I think that's the only part where actually you have a common denominator between the two is 32 degrees and never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Welcome to my world. I never know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I think that's close enough. 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Bland's Promised Land is in the chat.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yes, I very rarely see them on these days.
You guys could come into the live if you want to. The link is at the top of the chat. That would be cool.
So that's Eric and Monica.
We're going to do Rebecca Touched by Yarn after Paul's finished, or we could actually overlap them for a couple of minutes, and then Rebecca can have her time.
Certainly.
But I am so happy that you came in because it's a lot of people, I'm sure, would like to see you in a live.
I don't know what they want to see me for.
Because they want to know what you're like. They see you in the chat all the time, but they don't see you that much.
They gotta see the infamous Paul Honeyman. Come on.
I'm a fat old bloke.
There you go.
A fat old, all right, a fat, bald old bloke.
We don't say fat. We say well insulated. Come on, Paul.
No, I'd say it as I see it. I don't care if people get upset. I say it as I see it. My doctor said to me last time I went in, he says, "You're a bit obese." I says, "No, I'm just a fat bastard."
There you go.
He says, "Well, I can't argue with that." I says, "I didn't grow up in this soft, pussyfooting way the world's turning. I grew up in a school of hard knocks. You said it as it is. If you don't like it, tough shit."
Yep.
And that's the way I'll go out.
I'm going to bring Rebecca in here to join us, all four.
There you go.
Before.
Now, you watch my language calm down right now. Hello, Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca's hurt.
This
This
is only the second time that I've seen Paul Honeyman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it was like,
aren't you
finally get to see the guy that makes everybody laugh.
It's the one thing I try to do.
Yeah.
If I go to bed and I haven't made somebody laugh, I've failed in my daily chores.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there are going to be 10 people that are going to get their packages in a few days.
Rebecca, can you tell us what your channel's about and what you do in this community for people who don't know?
Yes, I make hats, make crocheted pot holders and wash rags, and I send them out to people at no cost to them, unless they want to give something back. It's basically just all about me giving to other people.
The lady is a saint.
That's awesome. I was blessed with the hat, and I know what 12 Stones was.
Me too.
And so was Papa.
Papa, yep.
Yep.
This is still out here. Mine's in the house.
And a whole bunch more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sent to a channel that I have watched since I started being on YouTube, just as a supporter. And they've now got their hats headed here in Missouri. Was a channel called White House on the Hill. And I had been trying to message them to say, hey, I'd love to give you some hats. And when I was at the Ozark Festival, I finally got to meet them. I was so nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous, but I was just so nervous to meet that family.
That's because you've seen them on the TV for so long.
I know. It was really, really something else. But, so I've just sent those hats off today.
That's awesome.
You know,
I
so
hope I
they've
see Drew in the green room before this is over tonight. See him in
Well,
there.
cut me out here, Brian, and to, like I said before, to all you Americans, happy Thanksgiving. Have a good one.
I am
Thank
so
you, Paul.
happy
happy
things.
you came in. Thank you so much for joining us, Paul. Yeah, good night or morning.
Hold on a moment. There we go.
Yeah.
My brother didn't realize I was on here.
Yeah.
So I was
Well-
like, but yeah, I really enjoy doing this, you know, and supporting people and sending out these hats and blankets. Oh my gosh, blankets. I've got 3 more to make.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I've got to get started on those. And
You're talking about baby blankets, right?
no, I'm talking about 1 baby blanket, as far as I know. And I think either 2 or 3 lap blankets for people. I think it's 3. So I have 4 blankets to make.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I know that everybody that gets either a hat or a blanket or a scarf, you do scarves too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
They all appreciate it. And you didn't make it until you got a hat from Rebecca. You know you've made it at that point.
Well, I always thank everybody for letting me bless them with one of my hats. You know, because there may be some people that say I don't need one. And in fact, some other channels that I follow, she was like, I live in Florida, I don't need a hat, which I can understand that. So I crocheted a pot holder and a dishcloth for her. You know, so just something a little bit different.
That's cool.
You know, so, but yeah, I've got more dishcloths and pot holders already made, so that when someone else wants one, then I'll be able to send those out.
That's really awesome, Rebecca. One thing I want to say is I love about your channel is that, like you said, just sharing and giving to other community members and people that are here, and doing it with love and a lot of work. Crocheting does not look easy, but you do such a great job with it, and you make great hats.
Thank you so much.
And I just appreciate it. It's not one more thing to be thankful for during Thanksgiving.
I think he's going to go get a hat.
And just in case
Here's the showstopper right here.
That anybody hasn't seen her hats, which I doubt at this point, but here's one. And these suckers this is Papa's hat.
Wrong way. That way.
What?
Oh, I'm pointing at you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are nice. They're really thick. And every once in a while I'll put them on in the live, and they're hot. If you wear them in the house, it's hot.
Perfect with the snow weather that you get up there in New York, though, Brian.
What's that?
I said perfect for the type of weather that you have up there.
Yeah, most of our snow is almost gone now, so that's
Here's
good.
here's one of the pot holders I finished today.
Because I'm supposed to be getting the roof done on my house, but the snow is still piled up on it. So, Drew, you're not going to come in, huh? Or Bland's Promised Land. You can come in. You can come in for a couple of minutes. There's no big pressure.
I wanted to bless all of their children with hats, and they were like, no. And I'm like, please.
What happened with that?
Oh, you know, it's like, hey, come on, let me make some for your children that you have at home. And
they've got a couple.
they got as much as if she had 8 kids, my parents had 8 children. I'm the youngest of 8. So
yeah, so they did say Monica and Eric are going to hop in here in a second.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Because I plan on having them on as a live guest or a special guest at some point. And
there you go.
I would like to. Well, I've already talked to them about it, and they said yes. They just don't know when yet.
Yeah, so their typical live time is 8 p.m. Central on Thursdays, and they usually go a little bit long. So it's usually like an hour and a half, I think, if I remember right. So, but they're a fun group.
Yeah.
You want to know what I'm fiddling with?
What you got?
We want to know.
Crystal.
Oh.
It's a crystal I found.
Well, that's awesome.
You know?
So you're in a lot of, every once in a while I see you in these group lives all the time. You're real, and you do it late at night too. Like you'll be in belt.
Yes, I do. There's times that I'm up until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, but I have no place to go.
What to do when you're knitting hats all day long.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, hey, I love being up on, in the panels, just making hats and, just sitting back there. And they say, oh, eventually Rebecca will talk, and she'll say something.
Backroad Freedom is announcing that he's going to go on later on tonight.
There you go.
Because he got the paid version of StreamYard. That's cool. I might check that out. Well, I know I'll check it out.
So what's the hardest thing to crochet for you, Rebecca?
I have yet to make a granny square because all I do is go back and forth on these blankets, and a granny square is a lot of counting, and I've never been really good at that, because you keep increasing it I think it's every 4.
So it's just a square?
It's a square. It starts out, you got a magic thing that you can pull it tight so that there's not a little hole in the middle. And then you'll have 4 there, then you'll have 8, and you'll have, whatever the next one is. And you just keep making it bigger, but and it's like, no, I probably.
So it's pretty intrinsic.
It is, and you.
Me for just a second.
Probably will not do granny squares.
It doesn't sound like it's worth it.
Well, it might make things a little faster, but I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah.
When I do make the pot holders, there's another channel that I started following, and she taught me how to do the thermal stitch, and it's, it takes a little bit of a time to do it, but it makes those pot holders so much thicker than putting 2 types, same kinds of yarns together. I found that it wasn't as thick as what that thermal stitch is. And when you're grabbing a hot pot from a cast iron skillet, you don't want to get burned.
You want it to be a thick.
Yes.
Yep.
And I do a fair amount of cast iron cooking. I don't use, coated pans. I'm always using my cast iron skillet.
Cast iron's awesome. Love it.
It is.
Well, I almost didn't come back because I came really close to slipping my butt on that ice out there.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be.
Where did Brian go? I don't know. Maybe he's passed out on the side of the barn. So, Eric and Monica are in here. So we're going to get them in here. And I want to thank you very much, Rebecca, for coming in.
Welcome.
Sharing your story.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome.
You have
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Good night now. There they are.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
What's going on?
How are you guys?
You guys. Well, that's not true. I talked to Eric once on the phone.
What's going on, neighbor?
Yeah, Byron. Up? Yeah, Byron lives pretty close.
Yeah. Do you ever get together? Have you guys ever gotten together?
Yeah. In September, we were able to meet up at the Skillshare that we did down in Edom, Texas. Yeah. So
one
that
of
was
those small
cool.
towns, one of millions in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a lot different when we did the one.
Be around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was neat.
I was going to say Edom was it's night and day when we went to Mesquite. Well, obviously you know Mesquite, so we got to do some in the Skillshare that we recently started up with Jake from Nunya, Texas on the back 20.
Yeah.
We started doing these Skillshares to try to help people learn these skills to live off the land or to raise their own food. And so it was kind of interesting when we did the Mesquite one because we processed turkeys on the back side of the property, and there were all these like homes just packed in. I can only imagine like all the city folk like peering through their blinds to looking
over their privacy fence just a little bit and see these people butchering animals.
What kind of a ritual is this place?
What is that church doing this weekend?
Yeah, it was held at a church, so that would have been fun though if I would have like after I took the head off, just started slinging it around, take the blood, and
oh my gosh. Well, Carmen and Nathan over at Jesus Loving Homesteader, they're a great channel too. They were so fantastic. They were like, I said to Carmen, I said, is it going to be a big deal? Are we okay with being able to process a turkey here in the back of your building? And she's like, yeah, I do have some nosy neighbors behind it though. She's like, but if they be looking over, I should be like, hey, where are you when we're having service? And I started laughing. I said, that's a good call. You should do that for sure. If they start looking over. Yeah. Ask them, you tell them what time service is tomorrow when they're looking over at what we're doing today. She slapped. So yeah, we had a good time though. It was a very informative Skillshare. So that was really fun. So I missed who else was up here tonight. I only just came in because we've been cooking all day. I was making pies with my sister and stuff like that. Did you get a lot of people up in the chat before? Because you've been on for an hour already.
It's been constant. We've had somebody on all the time and even overlapped some of them.
That's cool.
And the chat is at 24 right now. But you know what? I figured that was going to be the case. Tonight was going to be slow because everybody's cooking and preparing for tomorrow, and they might not even be home, most people. And I kind of figured that.
What do you guys do for Thanksgiving?
We're having my sister's coming over tomorrow. I believe my niece.
Nice.
My sister's husband, and we're just going to have a simple dinner and cook food because we go to the restaurant store and buy stuff in bulk. So now we've got the refrigerators packed full of stuff that needs to be packaged for the freezer and stuff like that. We buy pepperoni in these big bags and blocks of cheese.
Yeah. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. That's a great way to do things, to store it up. Now, do you eat the traditional turkey and ham, or you do just one or the other?
We got a ham.
So I found out.
We switch
it. We do turkey and ham for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I found out that a lot of people in Texas, or maybe it's just like the South, they don't always do turkey and ham for the holidays like that. Do you do it, Byron? Do you do turkey and ham, or turkey, or one or the other?
Yes. Anything and everything, just about. It'll be toss-up. So this year we're doing 2 turkeys. We're doing one smoked and one fried. Sometimes we'll do that, and then sometimes we'll do ham on top of that, or we've done brisket for something different. We've done prime rib. That's awesome too. I mean,
yeah. Well, my daughter-in-law, her family does. What did you say?
I would love the deep fried turkey again. I had that once, and man, I would love to have it again.
Oh yeah. Well, my daughter-in-law, her family does like chicken, and then they do like brisket and stuff for the holidays. She's like, we've never really eaten turkey on the holidays. And I'm like, what? She's like, no, we eat chicken. And I was like, what are you talking about? But also I didn't know mac and cheese was a thing. Because like in Maryland, where we originally lived, we didn't have mac and cheese for holidays. That's like a potluck event type thing. But like mac and cheese for the holidays, that was completely new for me. And she was like, yeah, we make mac and cheese for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I was like, okay.
Do you guys do green Jello salad?
No. What is green Jello salad?
That's a Midwest thing or a Northern thing.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, Jello salad. I haven't had that since I've been in the Midwest.
That's not an East Coast thing.
It's something that my aunt did when we used to live in California.
Green Jello salad.
Those regions. but it's Jello with Cool Whip and
some kind of fruit sometimes too, right?
And pineapple, or walnuts, and I forget what the other thing is.
Ooh, I feel like it would be really pretty.
It is. It's festive, and then you put cherries on top.
Red and green. That's perfect. So I have a question. I don't know if you guys have discussed it anywhere lately. What's your favorite pie? Or not even what's your favorite pie? What are you, a pumpkin pie or an apple pie person, or neither?
I thought pecan was one of them.
No, don't
Cherry.
include pecan.
And I know what Byron's is.
What's yours?
What was
Byron?
it, Brian? Go ahead.
It's pecan.
Pecan.
You say pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
I like
Everybody was liking the pecan pie I had a little poll on my community page today, and so many people like the pecan pie. And I'm like, what? Apple pie is like the best ever. And he likes pumpkin. He doesn't go for the apple. I'm all apple.
I'm glad. You can take all the canned pumpkin you want. I want the apple.
So my son.
Whoa, hold up, sir. Hold up, sir.
Come get some real pumpkins and make your own pumpkin pie, pumpkin crust, and pumpkin stuff. Let me tell you.
I got my 20-year-old out there making me a custom pie right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. With the he went to the front yard, grabbed a pumpkin out of the boxes, and brought it in, and we roasted it, and he's making the pumpkin pie filling right now.
That's a lot better from scratch. It tastes a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Well, if you do it from scratch, I actually like it. I've had it where you use squash, and I know pumpkin is a squash, but I mean like butternut squash and
a
mix of squashes.
I bet you that would be good. Okay, so Radio Jonesy says meat and tomato and onion pie. That is not a dessert pie. We need to read it. What is your dessert pie? Well, is that like, so my mom used to say, my dad, I guess it was an option. People would say it was a minced meat pie. And I'm like, ew, is that even a thing? She was like, yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, is it sweet?
It's good. It kind of, I mean, it's not
salty, savory.
It's not even meat.
It's not?
I don't think it's, I think it's not even meat. It's not meat. It's like the meat of a fruit. I believe mincemeat pie is actually like
it's a
fruit.
Okay, you're telling me something I didn't know.
I think. No, don't hold me to it.
She's researching.
I'm gonna have to be Jesse from Lazy Days now. Hold on, I'm looking it up because I'm thinking it's not even meat.
It doesn't taste like a pecan pie, but it's kind of got that.
See, Steve C says it's fruit. Wait, Radio Jonesy says meat beef. I don't know. I think minced meat pie is actually fruit.
But it's
good. It looks like it's fruit.
It is fruit. See? Oh, Paul says there's 2 types of minced meat.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's just a thing. I mean, people are like, and I guess in Maryland, or maybe on the East Coast, minced meat pie is a bigger thing. Maybe from like, I don't know. My parents were city people. Baltimore city people. They were like mincemeat pie. And I'm like, ew, that's nasty.
I want to go back to what you were talking about earlier, the macaroni and cheese. So my sister makes macaroni and cheese, but not like with the government issued cheese in there. It's like 4 or 5 different cheeses, and then she puts Parmesan cheese on top of it. Amazing.
Does she put sugar in it? Is it sweet?
No.
Okay. So my daughter does the same thing. Does she bake it? She bakes it, or she put it in you make it in a skillet, or does she bake it in the oven?
She'll bake it in the oven for a little bit to have a little bit of crust, but she also adds like sour cream in there too. It's really good. It's amazing.
See, my daughter makes it because my mother-in-law makes a sweet mac, and it's a big macaroni. And I'm gonna tell you what, it is basically like sugar, noodles, and a buttload of cheese, but it is so good. Yes, there's so much sugar. Eric, you do not know how
you gotta hear the input from Eric. Well, what's going on there with the head
He's
shaking?
shaking his head no, but it is so much sugar in this.
It's not that sweet.
It is sweet, and
she's exaggerating a little bit.
Is this coming from the Eric that has like a bag of candy all day and he's eating on it?
No.
No. Wait, did you just finish off an entire bag of Reese's last night, or was it night before?
Yep.
Oh, you left two. He did leave
No.
2 Reese's in the bag. Never mind.
Called you out.
I may have shared a couple. Wait, how do they know anything about my candy eating?
He just had ice cream before we came in here. So.
Wow.
It takes one to know one.
See, he's not a candy guy. Yeah. He's not a candy guy. I'm the candy girl, and he likes chocolate and things like that.
I like chocolate too. Reese's Pieces or Reese's Cups.
Oh, look, we got possum pie here in Arkansas made with the finest roadkill they can find.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got armadillos down here in Texas. Come on.
Have you ever had armadillo pie?
Who
I have not.
has lasagna for Christmas?
Wait, somebody said that?
No, we've always had lasagna as a traditional dinner for our Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Well, our family knows how to make a mean lasagna. I mean, in the big pan, and you eat it for a week.
Well, have any of y'all had, does anybody in here, or do you guys ever eat sauerkraut with your holiday meals?
I would.
So in Maryland, I guess in Maryland, there's a lot of German heritage. There's a lot of people that are from Germany there's a lot of heritage there. And my grandparents had German roots, my grandmother. And so she always made kraut and sausage for all of our holiday meals. And it was just a thing that I always knew growing up. And it was just so funny because most people here don't eat kraut with their holiday meals. And I saw somewhere on Facebook today that somebody kind of went back and saw the heritage of that. And I was kind of excited that it was a thing. And Marylanders do that a lot more than I guess other folks do. So I was like, well, I'm still going to eat my kraut down here. But yeah, it's really good with the rest of all the ingredients. If you're eating your mashed potatoes and your green beans and all your extra stuff, have a nice, like, slow cooked sauerkraut. It's really good. But you got to like rinse it. Yeah, you got to like rinse it off and make sure it's not real tart. It's so good.
The sausage and kraut that her grandmother used to make, she'd put it in the crock pot and it would cook all night to the next morning. I mean, the meat was basically just like crumbling as you were digging into it. Yeah. But that's been a little bit more of a struggle, I guess, to find what was
the right sausage, because it's like a sage sausage. It's definitely different. And here in Texas, a lot of the processors, like the butchers, don't make it like that. So I've had to kind of go look for it and stuff. So it's kind of neat to try new things. And
that'd be an interesting thing. You guys ever take any of the cows that you guys have and harvest them and use that for meat?
Oh yeah, we actually
do that at the processing plant. Like sometimes they'll do it to sausage and they'll actually customize it like based upon what kind of recipe you want.
Yeah, I'm actually considering, so it's a pork sausage that my grandmother used to use. I'm considering we're taking a hog in on Saturday. So I'm considering she will custom some of our sausage with my recipe if I have at least 20 pounds of the seasoning. So if I can find all the things that I need to make the sage seasoning, I'm thinking about actually taking it in so I can get 20 pounds back of the soup sausage. So I'm hoping it'll come out the same way, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to try that out.
So before we close this live out, I got to ask you guys a question. When are you coming on my live?
Well, hopefully very soon. Wednesday night is usually recording night for my podcast. So I'm usually recording from about 7:30 Central Time until 9:30 or 10:30 East Central Time. We usually stay until it usually takes about 3 hours because we record 2 podcasts and we do a bunch of like the intros and stuff for several of them. So we should be finished up. I think we have 3 or 4 more recordings to do. I don't know if it's 3 more weeks or if it's 4. But Casey's been having so much trouble with his internet that we haven't been able to record. So last week we got pushed back at last minute. And then tonight we got canceled because it was so much going on with the holidays. So I was literally getting ready to just like lay in bed and veg with Eric. And I was like, oh, he's live tonight. So I jumped on there to see you guys. And I was like, oh, cool. So I was really excited that I caught you before I kind of got into bed and started watching a Hallmark movie with Eric.
Well, that's great, and that's no big deal. I mean, I do this every week, so 4 or 5 weeks, that's fine.
Yeah, as soon as I get a break, we're coming.
Yeah, I know I've got Lindsay Scott, which is Drew's Lens's girlfriend, or Drew. She might be on in the middle of next month, because she's going to start her channel
That's cool.
And I think that's going to be really interesting. And I got dibs on an interview with her. Well,
That's awesome.
It's not an interview. I keep saying.
Well,
Just
it's always
having a guest
fun
and having a chat.
Yeah, there you go. It's always fun to feel like you're being interviewed, though. Sometimes, I mean, it's always fun to think of it as an interview.
Sometimes it kind of feels like that. Sometimes, like when I had Second Empire Strikes Back or A Cabin in 50 Acres, there was just so much there because I had been watching their channels for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them was like 2 years, but the other one was like 4 years. So I just had to break it down like an interview. So.
Well, when we come on, I want to feel like I'm sitting in 60 Minutes. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I thought you normally feel like that, Eric, with Monica asking you questions every day.
Every day. I mean, just grilling away at them.
That's my life. As soon as I come
That's
home,
my
I feel like Barbara Walters is all over me.
So that's great. I'm excited for that. But it is 11:20, and I know Byron wants to go to bed. He said,
Are you going to go visit your family tomorrow, Byron, for Thanksgiving? Are you going to Greenville?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
I'll be up
driving
here.
tonight,
So.
aren't you? Are you leaving tonight?
Yeah, I'll be up there. Well, I'll be eating tomorrow, eating lots of food.
No, but you're
Very
driving.
nice.
You're going to get off of this lot and drive there right now. Right?
Or in the morning, whichever.
Well, be safe. It's thundering. It's been thundering and lightning here off and on all night. Have you been getting rain there?
Yeah, it's been storming all day.
Yeah, we've been getting storms now in the evening. So it was just running through here. Actually, when we jumped on the live, it was still storming. It was still thundering. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be an all evening thing. So
it's okay.
Well,
tomorrow, I think it's 94% chance as well. So
yeah.
Hey, we're going to be sitting around tables, stuffing our faces.
It's going to wreck up.
If it rains.
No, it's going to wreck up my kids' outdoor football fun. So whatever.
That's going to make it better.
Yeah. Just need to make sure you leave the hose out so you can hose them off.
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, thank you for letting us hop in here. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to coming back.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you. And so about a month and a half or so, roughly.
Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I get the rest of my schedule for our thing. I'll let you know, and we'll go ahead and get on the schedule for you. That way, you can put us down, and we know we're going to be on.
Awesome!
Yay!
So thank you very much for coming on. That was
thank you so much for having us. We'll hop down. Time to go watch Hallmark.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Bye.
Have fun with the Hallmark movie, Eric.
You know he will.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
That was fun.
That turned out pretty decent.
We had lots of great guests tonight.
And they came in a flow that was pretty good. So I was happy about that. And it was neat to see all those people. Especially, yes, I told people we were going to have one on at a time, but I did see that you could overlap a little bit because the person who's on first, if you're overlapping, and then the second person comes on and the first one doesn't talk as much. So it's not as much of a over talk. So maybe I'll consider doing it that way where they could overlap a little bit. That way, like Rebecca never, or yes, she did. No. Pooch never met Paul, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So that was kind of neat that they got to meet each other that way.
So this is fun. Thanks for having me on here, co-host with you. It was a good time.
It was, and we'll do it again. I like I said, I'll mainly be doing channels separately, that just like I have been doing, but every once in a while I'll do it this way too, just to break it up a little bit. And that was cool. I really enjoyed this. Thank you very much for joining me, Byron.
It was fun.
And it worked out really well. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody that showed up in the live and the guests that came in and my moderators, of course.
And we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. So
Yes.
hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week with Tree Haven. Tree Haven. He's got a lot of trees.
We'll see you guys. Have a good night.
And good night. We're going to go out together.